give me the rundown on like what initially compelled you to get the van, and then tell me all the steps it took to get the van into like the point where it was tour ready.
Um, so let's think about that. So in the beginning of COVID, I know we talked about this. I was just like, what's a COVID safe way to, one, help my business, and two, help other people. Because the initial concept was to raise money for organizations that were involved in the music industry and these independent music venues that I worked for. So obviously I had to take out a small loan, and the people that I always contact when I'm in financial need is the URA, which is the Urban Redevelopment Association, that is in Pittsburgh, and they're wonderful people to work with, especially as a small business. They're always there supporting me. Even if I have questions that no one else can answer, they can lead me to the right people. And that's what small businesses need, is more financial help and aid, and those are the people that I absolutely recommend like talking to if needed. But I told them my mission, wrote up my entire business plan, did my financials, just all the stuff I'm used to, especially having 2 coffee shops, just like going through the motions of like, these are the reasons why I need this funding, and these are the wonderful things I'm going to do with this funding. And it took a while because there was a new grant that was, or not a grant, but a loan that was available. And it was a loan for minority woman-owned businesses. And the really, really cool thing is I was the first recipient of it in Pittsburgh.
Nice.
Because they just introduced it. And that was really, really just something special that made my mission more compelling to me. Is just like, I have to prove to them that they, essentially put their money and their faith in somebody in this mission that's going to make it possible, And I wanted something that was always going to be like COVID safe. So the van was the best way to do this, because I'm used to doing pop-ups with the coffee shop. So what we do is like we either pre-brew coffee or brew coffee on the spot with a percolator. And then we have like a tea kettle so we can serve tea and everything's hot. It's pretty basic, but it gets the point across about what our products are and what we can sell.
Right.
So I'm already used to pop-up life, used to touring life, and I was like, all right, time to buy this van. So I bought this van, and it's a Ford Transit. It's a wonderful van if you're ever looking to, have a good work van or a cool sleeper van or whatever. It's super reliable, and it's amazing on gas mileage. Those are the things I nerd out about now.
Ford, she's looking for a sponsorship.
But yeah, so I bought the Ford, and then my buddy Mike, who helped me with a lot of the renovation in McKees Rocks, he built bunk beds in it for us, because I knew I always wanted to be able to have somebody to be on the road with me. And it's super comfortable. We get our own little space, and for the amount that I'm traveling and like going back and forth from Pittsburgh and whatever, I can fit about 20 totes, which is like 500 bags of coffee, and like all of my supplies in the back of the van on top of the bunk beds.
Right on. I was going to ask you if you had any customizations.
Yeah, just the bunk beds, and it is awesome to have your own space, and like you can have all your things in there. It's not that bad. I mean, we've been sleeping in the desert and the mountains a lot, so it's pretty cold, but you just warm up with some hand warmers, stuff that in your like sleeping bag and in your shirt and stuff, and you're good to go.
Nice. So yeah, I was gonna say, well, so you're all good to sleep in, whatever. I know you have your dog on the road. You have like a dog zone set up?
Come here.
Oh.
Here's Lou.
What up, bud?
Do you know what's going on?
I love his tag.
But yeah, no, he's been awesome. Like, when we're out in the middle of nowhere, I just let him run around off the leash, and he just has the best time sniffing all the bushes and flowers, and just like, you know, he's having such a good time. And he sleeps in the bunk bed. I got him wrapped up in blankets and like all of his little sweaters and stuff. He's really, really enjoying it. And then I have this sling that I bought, and I just throw him on my back, and he goes hiking with me everywhere. He went to the beach with me everywhere. You know, he's just a good dog. So
Nice. That's very cool.
yeah.
What about the trailer then? So do you have any like special customizations going on inside the trailer, or is that just going to be just like a hauling device?
So that is going to be a full-on espresso bar. So I have an espresso machine for it, a brewer. It's going to be just like a mini Black Forge on wheels.
Oh, nice. Well, Jesus.
Yeah. So that I'm hoping by spring, because I have a couple dates set up at a few breweries and stuff that I'm going to do this pop-up, and I'd like to introduce it by then so I can have the full mobile like espresso bar.
Oh,
because
very
everyone needs to try a 666 drink.